And if that's what these haters was trying to figure out, they didn't search from the rooter to the tutor with looking at trying to find divorce proceedings all throughout these states, and you can't because there isn't any. There isn't any to be had. And it's none of your business what me and my husband is doing. It's not your concern. That's private information that you are not privileged to. And then, but what you will know is when it comes time for you to answer some simple questions, Nosy. Oh, her husband been gone. He's in Arizona. He's this, he's that. Then get your receipts together now, Nosy. Get all your resources, your informants, whoever it is that you think you got, you gonna need them to win this defamation lawsuit. And deep down inside, you know you are in the wrong. But see, your ego is preventing you from concession. Your ego is getting you and keeping you from concession. And so it's okay. It's a lot of defendants who have to be taken all the way through the justice system to understand what you have done was harmful and that it was false and it was lies and it was made up and it was exaggerations and it was not true on some of those things. And that's going to be y'all problem. And you should know better. A person who has a big platform like you do, and I don't know how you make your coins, but if you use social medias to make your coins, you should know better about putting out accurate information. But I'll tell you what this is pure speculation, but what I speculate is that Omar got into your ear about me. And then Omar dropped some things to you and you got it and ran with it. That would be my speculation. I don't know that as a fact. It's just speculation. And then you took it and you ran with it. You ran with it and put it out on your platform out here on all these blogs with hundreds of thousands of views and millions of views by now, that Hillary Sanchez had an annulment after 2 months, not even 2-3 months. Her husband went and had an annulment. He living in Arizona, living his best life with his baby mama and a baby on the way and all this other stuff you was on here saying, Nosy. I want you to come. You talking about where's the baby? I want you to produce my husband's baby that he don't know about and neither do I. I want y'all to get this imaginary woman he with in Arizona to come to court and prove that that's what he was doing. Y'all don't understand how defamation works and what you got to do to win. In order for you to win, there had to be a real annulment, which we know Omar confessed that there isn't one. He's retracted his statement just a few days ago, but the damage is already done. He pushed that for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, and the damage is already done. I done lost over 130 subscribers because of all of y'all. That's money. That's money. So y'all don't understand the true definition of defamation of character. Look it up. Look it up and look up the elements in the state of Connecticut. Don't just Google it. Look up the specific state statute that governs, which you will be governed by, which governs defamation of character, slander, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. That's what y'all should be focusing on. So, Nosy Bystander, LLC, you are on notice. Joe Robinson, also known as Miss Netta, you are on notice. And Omar Leonard, also known as Omar from the Watts, Hilltop, whatever he got up there with my picture in the background. Start downloading y'all lives. Y'all need to save them lives of every live that you put Miss Hillary Sanchez in y'all mouth and the lies that y'all put out. Because believe me, I got them. See, you move in silence while you gathering evidence. And then once you get the evidence don't change. The evidence don't change because you've established everything that needs to be established. And can y'all hear me, Duchess? Can y'all hear me? What did Nosy do? She put her nose in my business and she got up here lying on me and pushing lies and fabrications that she knew wasn't true and damning, causing me intentional emotional distress and everything else. That's what she did. She signed up for a lawsuit because she's got too much money and she wants to pay me. That's what she got. She wants to help me get some money in my pocket. She's feeling generous, so she decided to defame my character and reputation. And now she's going to end up having to have to pay for what she did. Okay? I can't be no more clearer than that. Y'all tap the screen. Thank you. I can't be no more clearer than that. So when you got, and here is what I suspect, because this is just speculation. Miss Duchess, I don't know if you in here, but I hope you in here to hear this part. Here is what I suspect. The common denominator in Joe Robinson and Nosy's downfall in this case, I believe, is Omar. I suspect that Omar went to both of them with this stuff along with other people. But the only people who I'm concerned about is who got up on this app, putting out all these lies to hundreds of thousands and millions of people viewing it. I have been harmed. I've lost over 130 something subscribers. Those are tangible damages. I have people calling me, asking me, why didn't you tell us that you filed an annulment? These people will come to court and testify where they seen it, where they heard it, and how in disbelief they were. But Nosy the bystander had all this mouth sitting in that damn closet that she sits in, going live, worried about everybody else but her own self. She more worried about my husband and me than she is her own life and her own relationship, whether she's single or not. She worried about the wrong things. So I'm going to show you how delusional I am, Nosy, and I'm going to move on to this other man. Y'all tap the screen. Tap the screen. Thank you very much. Let me get this this man up on here so y'all can know who I'm talking about. So y'all can know who I'm talking about. Who y'all been seeing up on everybody's pages talking about me. This is another defendant in this lawsuit. This is Omar Leonard, also known as Omar from the Watts. And this man should have known better. But he fell for the banana in the tailpipe. And now he was listening to and relying on what was brought to him, thinking that it was tea, Lipton tea, on Miss Hillary Sanchez. And it ended up being Walmart brand decaffeinated coffee. Omar from the Watts said on his platform and the other one many times, there was an annulment filed. Nate filed for an annulment against Hillary, misgendering me and everything else. That's not illegal. That's not actionable to misgender somebody. But that's what he does. Now, what's interesting to me is that this man lied about my husband filing a annulment, and then he turned around and lied about many other things that y'all will see in this lawsuit that they cannot prove, that he cannot prove. See, they pushed a lie that my husband had a full restraining order against me and I couldn't be around him. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. This is what was said. But see, what these people did not do, Duchess, was read the fine print. They didn't read the fine print of that modified order before they got on here talking about everything else. But see, they'll find out what. And then, he also said there wasn't no gag order against me for talking about my relationship with my husband, that there wasn't no gag order. I couldn't afford no gag order. It was a straight up full restraining order. This is what Omar from the Watts has said. He also said that my husband ain't had nothing to do with me since 2022. This is what this man has said, and had said it this month. Now, I know that they was trying to get Duchess to turn Duchess against me and he was at Duchess and having folks at Duchess, and Duchess made a video. Duchess made a video responding back to what needed to be said. And I think that this is a great opportunity for me to pause a minute and bring Duchess up for a minute so she can explain it in her own voice, since they always claim I'm lying. Let Miss Duchess tell y'all herself. Welcome in, Mrs. Duchess, to the Miss Hillary Sanchez Show, Friday edition, girl.
Hey, boo, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, on this front lines with these people, it's been a wild day today. That's why I asked you. Did you know what happened today?
You'll have to tell me off the live, because I could only imagine.
Okay, I will. I sent it to you in your DMs, but yeah, it's been a day today.
Okay, so can you tell my viewing audience about how you were edited by, and who edited you, and they were kept editing you, and what did you have to do to get them to stop?
Okay, so I was at work one day, and I had a rogue mod that is no longer my mod. She's blocked off of my page, and I'm getting added tags in this man's lives and in videos. So finally, this man himself, and I have the receipts. Ms. Hillary, you know I have the receipts of this man adding me himself in a video about you. First and foremost, I know what kind of game they playing, and I'm not about to be a part of it. So I'm like, why am I tagged in this? You know, like, what's going on? And trying to get me to see some stuff that happened way back in the day. I don't interact with this man. I haven't spoke to this man, but because I support you, you want to try to get me to flip the script because of whatever. No. And I made a video. Stop tagging me in this man's mess. I don't want to be a part of this mess. Who I support is who I support, and no one's going to stop me from doing it. Point blank, period. My loyalty is where my loyalty stands. Make me go against who I want to be loyal to. Yeah, someone was trying to call me, and I denied it. But only myself can turn against you. Nobody can make me turn against you except for myself. And he tried it, and it was a horrible, horrible job. He failed completely.
So, Miss, and I love how my supporters clock this tea for me. She said last week even, Anna, you know I can't butcher your name, Miss Anna, so I call you Anna. But I'm fully aware. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware. And see, this is what the gag is. This is the gag. That they don't realize, in order for them to win what they saying, they got to get my husband to come to court and testify to what they said. Do you know how silly that sound? Do y'all know how silly that sound?
I mean, I don't think they know how the law works. I think that they feel like TikTok law and the way TikTok do it is the way it's really done, but it's not. You know your husband. Why would your husband go against you, against people he don't know? And you know your husband. How can they come up with any evidence that you
And
don't know.
listen, and Anna just said the key thing. She said they're speaking as if they currently in communications with him. I know. I know the narrative that they painting, but trust and believe me when I tell you this. Until y'all see Nate Sanchez in a box live on camera and you see him talking and moving his lips on cam, don't believe these fake Zoom links and interviews and all of this and all of that, because I'm not telling them about me and my private affairs. See, they want me to give explanations. See, they was down here putting out this wedding annulment for over a month. This wedding annulment going on every day, every other day, for hours a day, saying it was a wedding annulment. And why would you do that? You would do that to cause me humiliation, distress. You did it to harm me. That's what you did it for. And you knew it was false when you did it. And there's another defendant on here who ain't been named yet. She ain't been named yet for a reason. And the reason is her problems are way bigger than Miss Hillary Sanchez right now. But don't worry, because everybody who's involved in this lawsuit has to get what we call deposed, not a dissertation, as Omar had said. And let me tell y'all something else about another lie this man was talking about, telling people out here on this app that I was recording him and I was in Connecticut. How the hell do you know where I was at when that happened? I wasn't in no Connecticut. I was not in nowhere near Connecticut in October, in the early part of September, when we spoke last year. So there's another thing you doing, talking about, oh, Connecticut and LA, the two-party state, consent state. I wasn't in Connecticut. Sorry. I can tell you this. I was where you didn't have to have a two-party consent. That's where I was at when whatever happened between me and you happened. I wasn't in no two-party consent state. And I can prove that. Can you?
But Miss Hillary, what I'm going to say is that because people don't see your husband, and that's what the internet is about. If they don't see your husband, they don't see you post them or whatever, they think that they don't exist. We don't have to show our partners for them to exist. We don't have to. We don't have to broadcast everything that we got going on. So when they say things like, you don't have a man, he's not with you just because you don't post him and he don't say anything, that is what they go off of, because they feel like, well, if he's really there, then why is he on the camera? He don't have to be on the camera. He don't have to say nothing. I don't have to prove nothing to you.
I made it very clear. I have made it very clear. Lightning does not strike twice in the same place. And I want to make a confession right now. My husband has always said he didn't want to be on no TikTok stuff and this and that. And I didn't respect him back then. I disregarded what my husband wanted for himself and for me. Lightning will never strike again. I will never tell any details about me and my husband on TikTok other than general stuff that we're not divorced, we're not this. It's nobody's business what me and him do or don't do. It's nobody's concern between me and him. He married me and I married him. And it needs to be said that when they get up there in court and they go through their depositions and they're going to be asked, who told you that her husband has had nothing to do with her since 2022? Who told y'all when she took to TikTok, he was gone and not around and they wasn't communicating? It was nothing. He had a restraining order on her and everything. Who told y'all all that stuff? Who are you relying on? Because it didn't come from my husband and it didn't come from me. So you'll have y'all opportunity to bring y'all receipts and to bring my husband up to testify for y'all against his wife. Does that just sound, Duchess, does that not just sound nuts?
It sounds real dumb because everybody remembers the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Everybody was in tune with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That you got to come with facts. You can't come with allegations. You can't come with, oh, I heard this and I heard that. You got to come with facts. Like, people, they just, I don't know. They feel like they know the law until the law bites them and they behind. And that's exactly what's happening because today, it just gave you more fuel to what you have already. Because a certain person can't keep their mouth shut and can't shut the hell up.
So yeah. So I am very well in tuned. When you are putting together legal pleadings and you are laying out your complaint, the one thing you don't do is just rush things. You got to take your time. You've got to understand what the law is. You got to understand what a lawyer does. A lawyer will read your pleadings, and if you have not stated specific facts, factual allegations in your initial complaint that lay out all the elements of defamation of character, they can file a motion called a 12B6 motion, which basically says, even if what Ms. Hillary Sanchez says is true, then why is it that if everything that Ms. Hillary Sanchez says is true, it doesn't rise to a level high enough and pled enough to where defamation would attach. So you have to lay out specific allegations, date, time, place, who, where, when. Those are things that you got to lay out. And then when them lawyers get a hold of it and they start reviewing it, then they don't do that, and they don't go into that. See, I have learned one thing about representing myself and defending myself and doing the things that I need to do, is that you gotta take your time in those pleadings. You've got to plead the facts. And so that's the key thing. And I hope that, these folks, y'all stay tuned and y'all will sit around and you will understand the things that need to be said. Um, Thank you, Miss Duchess, for coming up. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up for this early edition here. But I want to say thank you for coming up to put in what you said and message me off the app and let me know what you talking about. Because we don't want to give them any energy on my page. I don't want to do it.
Okay, well, I already sent it to you, so when you look at it,
Okay.
just give me a call.
Is it on my page, on my phone, or on
It's on
TikTok?
both of them. It's on both of your pages.
Okay, I'll take a look at it, sweetie. Thank you so much. Are you going live tonight?
Yes, ma'am, I am. As you can see, I know y'all hear me. I'm driving. But I'm about to make one errand.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done, I'm going home and I'm going live.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll tune in. Thank you so much, Miss Duchess. I appreciate you. So I thank y'all for the taps. We are going to have a Miss Hillary Sanchez show late edition tonight. If y'all up and y'all want to be messy, but it's gonna be on my other page because this page is monetized. Okay, this page is monetized that they've damaged, and I've lost all these subscribers because of them. So tune in on my other two pages. I don't know which one I go on, but y'all check it out. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for my true supporters. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mia, my lovely lady Mia, my beautiful queen Mia. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Take the time to extend yourself to strangers. Tell a loved one that you love them because you're not promised tomorrow. God bless you and keep a smile on y'all face. And for the haters that's in here, because I know you in here, watch me shine. I know you jealous. You punch in the air. You jealous of me. I know that. You jealous of my body. You jealous the way I look. You jealous that I'm married. Stay tuned. It only gets better.